Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we got BOSS of Steel with 1,415 rating versus Chaos Kings GH with 1,375 rating, so it's going to be another high rated DB video, and let's hop right in. We're going to see Chaos King win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot. He is playing 41, his opponent's playing 60, so he's definitely on combo. The opening hand is Valor, Cube, Ogre, Nib. It's all hand traps and a cube. Like, he needs to hand trap his opponent, hope his opponent has no hand traps, and then draw a starter to be able to win this. Then he has Red Lair, Driver, Glory of the Noble Knights, Renaud, and Rhoda. So this is a pretty good hand. This is a card you don't see that often, but it is a pretty cool card. Unless you just equip directly from deck. Simple as that. Use Rhoda, add Ogier, and then normal summon, activate effect. It's gonna hit that with Ogre. I guess that's good. It's more safe to do it there than it would be to hope that they use the Soul's First effect. I do agree with that. But everybody uses the Soul's First effect, especially game 1. So I would have held Ogre personally, especially with like all these other hand traps you have that are 100% going to keep you safe versus a deck like this. But he Ogres that. He's going to send Gearfried. Special summon Red Lair. I mean, really, like, if he had talents there to look at the hand, if he shuffled back Nib, he would probably be able to play through double Valor after getting Ogred and shuffling back the Nib. He's going to special summon Renaud, and then Renaud effect, add back Gearfried, and then link those two off into a Soul. The Soul effect to add gets hit with Valor. So he's just going to throw all these hand traps at his board. That's what he's doing here. Uses Glory, gets Durandal, and then Durandal effect, add Fire Flint Lady. A lot of people just don't even realize that this is a Noble Knight. Yeah, I guess that's like something to throw out there. Like, this is just a Noble Knight card. Banish to special summon out Gearfried, and then equip Ogier to Gearfried. He's saying hold. On summon, he's going to let that go through. So that gets equipped. Special summon Fire Flint Lady. Gets rid of Fire Flint Lady and a sold for a sold. On summon, he's going to Valor the Gearfried, then drop Nib. Wait. I'm confused. Huh? Okay, hold on. On the summon of the second one. Like, that's just plain, like, the system. That would technically be cheating on Chaos King's part. He didn't tell his opponent to go back, but he said on the second summon of a soul, and he said no prior to that. And this was the thing prior to that, and he went back to it, and since he already showed the Valor and Nib, he's deciding that now he's just going to end turn. So Steel definitely messed up his words there, but that would be cheating on his part, because you can't go back. Even if your opponent says go back, you can't actually go back. So I don't know, it's like a gray area. They're kind of both in the wrong here. They just messed up they messed up the game state. Like, simple as that. The second the sold should just be on board, and then he should be getting hand trapped. So this is kind of wild. Like, if I was Steel, I would argue it. because that second Assault changes so much. If he has a second one in Grave, he can't ever get the Blade. He can't. It's going to be so hard to get the Needle. If he gets the Needle, you just stop that and you absolutely win. Oh, okay. Okay, draws Black Metal Dragon. That's game. I guess it would have been game anyways, because he would have been left with an effect monster and a tuner. And that's Needle Fiber, which is Guard Dragon combo, which is enough to win this game too. But that's just like a crazy draw. Plays around more hand traps. But in reality, he didn't even need to draw anything. Even if he just didn't draw for turn, just Q was enough. Because Needle's full combo. Goes in the Rom. He's going to use Metal and Romulus. So we know that he's playing the Dragoon package now, since he declared Metal as Chainlink 2. Unless if he's playing the Malefic package, which would be cool to see, but we haven't seen anyone play that in forever. So he's definitely on the Dragoon. And now game 2 of the opening hand is evenly Chaos Space, Dark Ruler, Safer, Droplet. So hard to open up both of these in 60. Honestly, I would just suggest playing the hand traps and not the going second cards. Because the going second cards against Infernoble, you have to draw 2 of them for them to even do anything. And for you to draw 2 out of 6 in 60, it's not happening. Like, this is like a fluke, I guess. Like, in the math, like, this just should not happen. Then he has Renaud, Red Lair, Glory, Ash, Oliver. Special summon out Red Lair, special summon out Renaud. Link those 2 away into a Soul. The Soul effect to add. Adds Roland, the main deck version of it. A lot of people don't even know that this card exists. I think this card's graveyard effect is cool. If it's in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can add a Fire Warrior monster or an equip spell from deck to hand. Just any equip spell, by the way. I think that's cool. Then also it can equip, and it's a quick effect, so it can also trigger Charles. He's going to dump 2, bring out TG Striker. We're also seeing a lot more of this over the Genba, because Genba is good when you open up like Genba plus like Renaud. But that's like a really rare occasion for it to have to play out like that. Where TG Striker, half the times you draw it, you're going second. So half the time TG Striker is just an extender where Genba wouldn't be. So this is a really cool card. I want to see more people play with this. Shout out to GG Jibril. Uses Glory, and then on a Soul, and then uses Durandal effect, add Fire Flint Lady, then gets rid of a Soul for Link Cross effect, brings out tokens, gets rid of a token in TG Striker to go in the Metal effect, bring back the TG Striker, and then he's going to go into Herald, then goes in the Needle effect, bring out Jet. Then he's going to use those to go into the Mechan Phantom Beast. And then Mechan Phantom Beast effect, bring out tokens. And then uses the Mechan Phantom Beast other effect, Tribute 2, bring out O-Lion. Then Synchro in the Roland. Oh, okay, so he's going for different combo, not that combo. So he's going to go for VFD. This end board is just impossible to beat. He did open up like the perfect cards to beat it, but like it still doesn't beat it. Like, he's still just going to Grenade, Rip Droplet, get Dark Ruler, get Even Lead, but VFD still resolves, so the other cards just do nothing. Activate Black Garden, discard Blade, bring out Jet, and then Black Garden, give his opponent a token, then go in the Coral, give his opponent a token, then get rid of those, go in the Croc, token once more, and draw. He draws Heritage and Noble Arms of Destiny. Also, there's another Noble Arms that lets you gain life points. That one's going to come up when real life play happens. They're going to have a searchable way to gain life points and a way to get the Scarlet through the extra deck. Then he's going to... Was there only 3 tokens? I felt like there was 4. I don't know. But he's going to get rid of the tokens to bring out Coral Dragon. Special summon Fire Flint Lady. This, yeah, he has no warriors. Goes in the Charles. Special summon Fire Flint Lady. Banish Garden, bring back Coral. Banish 2, add back Blade. Then goes in the F.A. Dawn Dragster. Uses Heritage. Add Ogier. Normal summon it. Effect. Send. Well, it gets banished because of Herald. Astolfo. Oh, I can't use the effect because it just gets banished. I mean, it's not going to matter. Like, that's multiple turns down the line. It's just not going to happen. Now he's going to go into a Roland effect. Oliver to equip the Charles. Banish Fire Flint Lady. He only banished 1 to add back Blade. Already banished 2. Well, I guess that could... Like, this should already be banished from Herald, like I said. And then end phase, send to Randall, add Gearfried. And then equip Ogier. And equip Smoke. And then pop Smoke. Hits Dark Ruler no more. He messed this up so bad. Like, VFD would have just been so good. And now he does just lose here, right? Like, he draws Gamma. He can't summon and, like, try beating over Herald, or he has a roll into equip, which pops. I guess he could, nah. It's going to go battle phase evenly. F.A. Dawn Dragster. Negate. Can't Herald. Yeah, like, he still just loses. Droplet, get rid of Chaos Space. Doesn't target. He's going to Chain Herald. He could have chained Gamma to that. And then negate Charles. All he would have is Croc as an interruption. Well, known interruptions. And that's a pop. But he'd be able to make Needle. And then Needle would be able to force a pop. And then summon Seyfried. And then that's Romulus. And that's combo. And then that would be... And then wouldn't be game, but it would be insane to resolve that. If he did play this right and his opponent didn't have Ash, he actually would have been able to combo. But that's a lot to ask for. Having someone play like perfectly it's not easy, and then asking for your opponent to not have a card they already have is just not gonna happen. But would have been cool to like see this be played 100% correct. And then end phase, Charles gets to equip. He's going to drop Gamma on that. Yeah, gets to bring this out. Yeah, I mean, he still loses. Moving on to game 3. We're going to see Steel go first. Opening hand is Black Metal Dragon, Living Fossil, a Pointer, Nocto Vision Dragon, and Chaos Space. Game. This hand's nuts. Game. Then he has Nib, Renaud, Rhoda, Red Lair, Gamma. Okay, so maybe not game. I still think it is, but Gamma Nib is really strong, depending on how he uses it. Then the rest of his hand is also very strong. So even if like he hand traps, sometimes the opponent hand traps and then the rest of their hand like is just like a starter extender and then a dead card that they draw. And then if you just a pointer, rip out the starter, they just have to pass. That happens a lot. Normal summon black metal, Link and the Striker, Striker black, and Nocto. Add Red MD, add Boots, summon out Nocto, and then go in the Romulus, Nocto. Draws Ash, that's a good draw. Gets lands. That Ash could actually end up being really good. Yeah. Depending on when these get used, that Ash could actually have changed the entire dynamic of this game. Because if he like has Herald on board and he summons Savage and he activates effect and his opponent chains Gamma to the effect of Savage, then he's gonna chain Herald, and then, well, he wouldn't have to chain Herald there, but if he didn't have Ash, he would have chained Herald and got nibbed. But now that he has Ash, he wouldn't have to use Herald. He would Ash the Gamma hand effect and then have 2 interruptions. You see, so it does matter when he's using these. Failing summon itself out. Goes in the Link Cross effect, bring out tokens. Then goes in the metal effect, bring out failings. He's gonna let that go through, and then uses Chaos Space, gets rid of Red MD, adds white. So he's choosing not to do any hand traps. Goes in the needle effect. He's gonna hit that with Gamma. He's gonna Ash that. That's fair. Because he's trading like an interruption for an interruption. But then he's also going to get Cube. Gets to add Smoke. Then goes in the LP, Living Fossil, bring back Black Metal. Then go in the Pisty, LP effect. He's going to chain Nib, chain Herald, chain Gamma. This is like the way that you kind of have to do it. Because if you use Gamma on LP, like the small chance that they don't Herald negate, then they play around Nib. Gets to bring out a token, and like it doesn't even matter that Gamma's not negating LP because Nib tributing everything's stopping it anyhow. Banish Striker, bring out white. Then he's going to link those 2 in the Protector. He's going to use white to add black. Then he's going to special summon black by banishing white. Then Chaos Space, put back white to the bottom. And then draws World Legacy Guard Dragon, the best extender he could have drawn. This card's insane. It's an extender. It's a 1 extender, but sometimes it feels like 2. Because in a situation like this where you just have like Protector up, you can bring something back and then make LP, then move the LP to like make the zones for it correct. Really like this card. He's gonna make Anaconda, then black add white. And we already knew that he was playing this engine because game 1 he used Black Metal as Chainlink 2, so his opponent should know it too. Sets a pointer. Is he just not using the effect of this? Anaconda, send Fusion, Dark Magician, and then the Black Dragon. And he's going to bring out the Dark Dragoon. Dragoon, pop Nib, burn for 3k. Sucks that he couldn't... Well, he could have. I don't know. Well, like, he went through LP and Pisty, so, like, he doesn't have those to get to anything. And those are how you get to, like, Tracer and stuff. If you have no Ravine or you didn't hard draw him. So, yeah. Sucks that you couldn't trigger this. I was, like, trying to think of ways for him to trigger that. but like he couldn't get the Legionnaire to pop this, couldn't get the Tracer to pop it, or anything. Draws Black Garden, not a good draw. He's gonna get hit with the pointer. This is like what I mean. Like every deck plays cards, like every combo deck plays cards that it doesn't want to draw, or even like non-combo decks. Like decks play like O-Lion, Jet Synchron. Where like this deck doesn't play like Link Karibo. They play Black Garden, all the Eclipse spells like Blade, the ones that don't do anything. Driver, Nib in this situation, any hand traps. He's gonna hit Red Lair. He's hitting Red Lair. I guess it's because like he just Dragoon negates Rhoda and then game, and he knows that's game. Normal summon Renaud, Crash. Then activate Black Garden. He's thinking he's going to Dragoon negate that. And then Rhoda. He said he forgot Rhoda. I mean, it just doesn't even matter. Rhoda doesn't even do anything. He could have went for... Oh, wait, he could have... Wait, how? How is he normal summoning again? I'm just so confused here. Like, if he gets a double normal summon, then Rhoda is just nuts there and just should have been game because he could have just added connector, normal connector, a sold game. But with his extra normal summon, he goes for this? Ugh, like he already normaled this. How did he not? How did neither of them catch that? That was a very short turn. He said, wait, where's connector? He doesn't run connector? It's the best normal summon. This is the only game in my last 15 matches he was needed, lol. I guess. It's good versus every deck because you get to see their hand. It's even like good versus stuff like Rock, where they just don't play hand traps that you'd be able to hit because they don't play like Ash and stuff. Like seeing their hand, ripping like the Researcher, the Seeker. Like Researcher would be easier to hit. Seeker you'd have to like bring out a Sold or something, then use Dolphin. But I don't know. Seeing the hand is really good, and ripping out hand traps is really good. Seeing what you have to play around. I don't know. But this is just going to be game here. Seyfried gets rid of 2 to add Legionnaire. And then we're going to see Chaos Kings admit defeat. Wait, what? But Khan wasn't needed against a good player that negates Rhoda. Hee. Like, oh, he's talking about connector. Wasn't needed against a good player that negates Rhoda. I mean, connector wouldn't have been good if you wouldn't have cheated. Or this wouldn't have been good if you wouldn't have cheated. Connector's also the best starter, so you're just building your deck wrong. Simple as that. But that's going to be it for the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. The DB Grinder signing off. Peace.